So welcome to class again. So today we'll be talking about unit vector. Please don't forget to click on the subscribe button and switch on the notification button to receive notification when new videos are being posted. Thank you. Now, today we'll be talking about unit vector. What's a unit vector? A unit vector is a vector that one has the magnitude of 1. In the previous video, I explained how you find the magnitude of a vector. So any vector whose magnitude is 1 is automatically a unit vector. Another thing that a unit vector does is that it shows the direction only. It shows direction only. That is the component of a vector. Is that clear? Now, we find the unit vector in the direction of any vector by dividing it by its component. So whenever you divide a vector by its magnitude, then you have what we call the unit vector. Now let's pick up examples and see how we can get that. Are you ready? Let's get to class. The question says find the unit vector of u. Now what do we have to do? Solution. Don't forget that unit vector of u, right, is equals to vector u over its magnitude. Now that means to find the unit vector of u, we have to obtain the magnitude first. So let's do that. So the magnitude of v, you can check up to the previous videos where I explained magnitude. Now this is equal to the square root of, that's 6 square, right? The coefficient of this plus 2 square plus 1 square, which is equals to square root of, this is 36 plus 4 plus 1, which makes up square root of 41. Now that we have the modulus as root of 41, then we can easily find the unit vector. So the unit vector of u equals to the vector u, which is 6i plus 2j plus k divided by its modulus, which is square root of 41. So this is the unit vector. You can simply move more further by writing for each component. That is 6 over root of 41 I plus 2. This is I'm writing for I and j. Square root of 41 I j plus k over square root just 1 over square root of 41 k. So this is the unit vector of vector u. Now you can also make these fractions a proper form. What we mean by a proper form is by rationalizing it, right? So by rationalizing, you can, this is actually equals to, so if you rationalize, you can actually write root of 64 over 41, right? I, that is, I multiply numerator and numerator by the sort, plus 2 over root of 41 over 41j, right? Hope you get what I'm doing. I'm trying to make that plus root 41 over 1. So this is the unit vector u. Is that correct? It's as simple as ABC. So what you have to do is to find the modulus and divide the vector by it, and that's all. Okay, so let's pick up more examples so you can understand how to get the unit vector much better. Okay, so let's try another example. So the question says find the unit vector in the direction of this. Now don't forget that unit vector keeps, so that means that the unit vector of f is just vector f, right, over the modulus of f. And to calculate the modulus of f keeps the same as equals square root of, that will be a plus b squared plus a minus b squared plus b minus a squared. Now, what we have here, this becomes square root of, let's expand this. When you expand this, you have a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. Why this you expand this, you have a squared minus 2ab, right, plus b squared. And if you expand this, you have b squared minus 2ab plus a squared. Now, this can take this off. Now, what we have left is square root of, this is a, this is a, this is a. It becomes 3a squared, right? This is b, this is b, this is b. It becomes plus 3b squared. And we have this minus 2ab. So this is the modulus of f. So we come back here, that the unit vector of f becomes a plus b I, right? As a plus b I plus a minus b j plus b minus a k, right, over modulus. That's 3a squared plus 3b squared minus 2ab. And that's all. Vector over its modulus. It's as simple as that. So that is that about how to find the unit vector. Hope it's clear. Just vector by its modulus. And you can watch the previous video where I explained modulus to understand how modulus are being gotten, or length of a vector. Thank you very much for watching. Now, let's consider another example. The example says that given that L, vector L is this, vector M is this, and N is this. The question said, find the unit vector in the direction of 3M plus 2N. Now you can see that we have to deal with this scalar multiplication before we can find the unit vector. Now, how do we solve this type of question? Now let's find the vector, which is 3L plus 2N. Now, that's 3 into bracket. What is L? Vector L is given as I minus 3j, right, plus 7k. Now, that becomes plus 2 into bracket n, and n is minus I 3j plus k. So let's take that. So that becomes 3i, right, minus 9j plus 21k. We'll expand this, that's minus 2i, right? Minus 2i minus 6j, right, plus 2k. Then we collect like component, that is 3i minus 2i, right, plus j, that's minus 9j minus 6j, right, plus k. We have 21k plus 2k. Now, this becomes 3 minus 2 becomes 1. That is 1i. Minus 9 minus 6 becomes minus 15j, right? And this becomes plus 23k. Now, that implies that 3L plus 2N is this, isn't it? Now, we can now proceed. That implies that 3L plus 2N is this. So we can now proceed by finding the unit vector. Now, that implies I minus 15j plus 23k. as this vector. Now don't forget that the unit vector of 3L plus 2n, isn't it, is equals to the vector itself, that is vector 3L plus 2n, right, over its magnitude. Over the magnitude. So let's try to calculate the magnitude of this. So that implies that the magnitude of 3L plus 2n, right, equals square root of, so the first one has, the coefficient of 1 has is 1 squared plus minus 15 squared plus 23 squared, which is this, which is equals to square root of 1 plus 15 squared, that is 225, plus 33 squared. So let's take a calculator and do that. 33 squared, which is 529. So 529. So let's add up what we have. That's 1. So that means that's 1, right? Plus 225 plus 529, which is square root of 755. So we have 755. That implies that if you have to represent that becomes I minus 15j plus 23k, right, over square root of 755 as the unit vector of this. And that's all. I hope you understand. So that's how we calculate the unit vector showing its direction. And don't forget that the magnitude of this vector is 1. Thank you very much for watching. See you in the next video or in the next class. Bye for now.